G'day and welcome back to Dodgy Gaming and Goldcrest Valley Farm. We are back on our start from scratch map and we are getting our stuff continued on. Our stuff, that wasn't very good, was it? Alright, we are continuing on with doing our farming here on Goldcrest Valley, starting from scratch with very limited equipment and a very limited budget. Alright, let's get this guy lined up. We are just going to plough in this field. So we've done the harvest on this field and we got the wheat and the straw and all that off here, so we're just going to head on up and just commence doing this one. Now there was a couple of slight changes to the map. One of those was that the sheds were removed, so we had to put the sheds back in. But apart from that, we are back basically where we were and we are just going to continue on. So today we are going to plough this field in, then we're going to seed it. And then the plan is to hopefully, if the other fields become ready, we're going to harvest the fields as well. So we will continue to do it. Now we did say we're going to do a drive around as well and have a bit of a look around the map, and I do want to try and do that in this episode. So what we'll probably do is just do the header around this field, probably do 2 header rows, and then we'll get the AI or hire someone to come in and do it, even though we haven't got a lot of cash, but we'd rather them do it than us sit here and spend ages just doing it at the moment. And then we'll go a bit of tour around the map and just see what's changed and what's the same for Goldcrest Valley FS19. So, hope everyone is doing well out there, as well as can be expected in this period of time in our lives. Everything's going okay here. It is currently the day I record this, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everyone, even though by the time you see this, Easter would have been and gone, but nonetheless, my thoughts are with you all, and I hope you have a good day with your family as best you can, obviously notwithstanding isolation. So certainly for here in Australia at the moment, isolation is restricted to remaining with your own family members you actually reside with. You cannot go and visit family. The only time you can go visit any family is purely for care items, as in going to look after the elderly or provide groceries to those that can't get out, that sort of stuff. So there is no just popping over to nan or granddad's or whatever else and grab some Easter eggs or anything else like that. It is a stay-at-home long weekend, 4-day long weekend, which a lot of people are, notably for Facebook, having a lot of trouble doing. But basically, it's a $1,000 on-the-spot fine if you're going anywhere other than either to the shops to get groceries, essentials, or you're going to care for elderly. And that is restricted essentially to dropping off food. So yeah, a very different Easter, the one for 2020, but it's just what we've got to adjust to. So anyway, so we'll be spending the day here at home. The kids will be at home, so yeah, that's just basically the new norm. But anyway, all right, so as we've got one more edge to do. Right, there we go. So obviously with equipment, we are going to want to increase and improve the size of our equipment as we go along. But the driving factor of that is going to be obviously money. We haven't got... Sorry about that. We haven't got a huge amount of money behind us. We had enough just to set up our farm, and we need to make sure that we can keep the farm as a running concern without running out of money. So effectively, we are not going to be going out and buying grandiose, brand new, big, ideal combine harvesters. I mean, they'll be brand new stuff we buy most likely, but yeah, it won't be the biggest and best or anything else like that. Not certainly until we've got a fair few crop rotations under our belt. and a few more fields in our ownership, because we're not going to have the disposable income just to flash around on $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 equipment. So anyway, we will be upgrading as best we can. So things like implements, where we can upgrade those to get bigger bang for our buck, will be most likely. The tractors will be the least likely thing to upgrade. The combine certainly won't be upgraded anytime real soon. So yeah, that's the plan at this point in time. Hiring workers, we're going to have a limit to hiring workers of just one at a time. So there won't be any running, certainly at the moment, there won't be any running course play and using 2 or 3 or 4 hired hands to help us get the crops and that in. So, apologies again. So the limitation there will be just one hired hand. So for instance, once we finish doing this this set of headers, then we'll have a hired hand come in and help us finish the ploughing. But if we were doing any work on another field, we'd have to do it manually. So I don't think that's too unrealistic. We won't be going to the bank for any more money, unless it's an absolute, and I mean absolute necessity. So in other words, we've gone absolutely broke and we need to buy some seed or something like that. But we're certainly not going to go to the bank, take out thousands of dollars in loan to increase or buy bigger equipment, apart from what we've already got. So the loan we've got now obviously is what we have to furnish and deal with. So yeah, anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So obviously we are playing from scratch, starting from scratch, with seasons. So let's just to confirm that, let's go into, are we having seasons? No, I don't think we have got seasons on this, have we? No, we aren't having seasons on this. This is a non-seasons game. Sorry about that. I just lost the plot for a minute. So many series and just can't remember where we're at with each. So yes, this is a non-seasons series. So we don't have to worry so much about winter and all that sort of stuff. We can just continue to cycle through and all will be well and good. Here's the train. Alright, so one more run across through the bottom here, and then we'll hand it over to the AI, the hired hand. Now I am considering, for this series, I might get the AI vehicle extension running, and maybe control the combine and stuff like that using that instead of using course play. JJ swear-bys it, our good mate Jimmy J. I'm not so sure. I didn't enjoy it when I first had it early on. Maybe it's been improved. I'll have a chat with JJ and we'll see. We may bring that in. But as we've said previously as well, we're not going to use much in the way of mods. The mods are very limited with what we're going to use. Reason being, we want this to be start from scratch, and we want it to be fairly much a very basic series in building up from scratch. Alright, off he goes. He's heading off. So there's our Rostal, and here's our Stroutman. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump that off, and we're going to go for a drive like we said we're going to do while he's ploughing that field. Alright, well, we don't want to take the trailer with us. Alright, so let's go and have a bit of a look. First off, I want to go down here. I want to go have a look at where the animals are and see what the status of that is, purely from the fact that we're going to be looking at getting animals at some stage later on. So I just want to see what the change of the land is up there and what they've done, because it's not obviously the same in relation to all the layout and everything they've got and the placeables and that. So it'd be very interesting to see what they've done up here. Alright. So we are going to just cut across. I'm going to go down here. Now, for those of you that remember Pine Cove by Stevie. So he was out his rebuild of this. He actually had the farm in here, and he had a road going up through in there, and it was much different. Was it over the other side of the... No, it was that. Yeah, it was over that side of the creek. So yeah, but anyway. All right, let's go up here. So head up here. There's lots of spare grass here that I could mow. I'm not sure if the landowner would actually let me come in and just cut it, but anyway. Alright. It's coming up round through here. Alright, I think this looks a little bit different to what it was in 17. We have a shed, we have a field. Let's pick up the map. Where are we? We're over there. Now, to be honest, I really can't remember Goldcrest that much because I spent far more time on Pine Cove than I did on Goldcrest. Goldcrest I did play for a fair while on the launch of 17 because when 17 launched, I wasn't aware of the mods and all that you could do and all that sort of stuff. 17 was the first farming sim game that I actually started playing, and I've publicised that quite often, and that was due to Eustace Farmer and Jerry GrizzlyBearSims, but I won't go bore you into that at the moment. But yeah, I didn't I played this as the main map because the two maps that got released, and thanks to I think it was Chris that pointed this out the other day, the two maps that were released for 17 were this one, Goldcrest Valley, and also Sosnovka, so the Russian-based map. And they were the basic maps. But I ended up, as soon as Pine Cove came out, I don't know how I found Stevie, but I was onto that, and I've never looked back since. I always play Stevie's maps whenever he released the map. I think there's only one map I didn't play a lot of, and that was Cherry Hills or something. I think it was. I played it a little bit, but not a huge amount. But anyway, so here's the animals and Mary's farm. So another field up here. So that's nice manure pile there. So that's the animals area. So where we can buy and sell our animals. Head off back the other way. Yeah. So I didn't spend a huge amount of time on Goldcrest itself, but I did spend most of the time initially until I started getting maps. I probably spent the greater part of a couple of months on it, on and off, as I was learning to apply my trade in farming sim. But yeah, so overall, it's nice to be back to reminisce, I guess, for want of a better term, on we're going to beat him. On one of the older maps, been rejigged for the latest version of farming sim. Alright, so just heading up through here. Shit up there. Winston Tree Nursery. Some trees up there at the nursery. This is our little forestry area, obviously. Let's go up in here and have a bit of a look. Who knows, we might even do some forestry. I'm getting used to forestry after doing Wilhelmina. Yeah, coming in here, here's a rotunda. Nice little area in here. A view out there over Goldcrest Pacific Mills. Alright, where else can we go? Let's follow this trail around through here. Alright, heads back around and back out again. Back past the rotunda. Alright. And off we go. I'll go around this way this time. Nice little motorbike tracking here, effectively. Run your motorbikes through here. And the local farmers will probably get a little bit jack of it. Anyway, we'll head out through there. Alright, now remember this old rickety bridge. I remember at some stage bringing, I think it might have been a plough or something over here, and I got stuck. Remember that quite well, as we almost flipped the fence. Right, coming up through here. I remember mowing all that grass too, actually. Bit different nowadays because you have to actually own the land. You can't just go in between fields and mow to your heart's content. Right, here we go through the farmhouse and that there, so that's all good. There's the road down to the mill. We're not going to go down there. We've just basically been over there. Here we have over here. We have, what was this? This was the train station and the mill. We'll head up here and have a look. There's the little field just near the mill. Goldcrest Pacific Grain. There's the railway station. I remember getting trucks stuck in that mill a few times as well. I was always using something a little bit too big to use in there, and quite often got stuck. There's the fuel station. That's where we can pick up some gas. Now back into the fields here. Now over the back there is where our pigs used to be. Well, actually, I say that. I don't know if they were there. The more I think about it, for Goldcrest, they were certainly there for Pine Cove, and I don't think they were there for Goldcrest. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll just leave it there because I can't remember 100%. All right, this is out the top of the hill. I seem to recall that this road was a lot narrower. Again, I might be mistaken, but I thought this road was narrower coming up here. But nonetheless, it's okay. Alright, in through here. Let's have a look-see. Relatively large field up in here. Nicely placed. Where's this go? This goes up through the back here. There's a tower, observation tower, fire tower. There's another rotunda there. Alright, don't need to go in there. There's an outhouse, a dunny. We don't need to use that at the moment, so we can just continue on. Wonder how our friend back at the farm is doing. Alright, I'm going to skip round down through here. Another sell point here, or storage point. This one here is Right Agribusiness. Alright, nice little shed over here as well. Alright. Nice. So this is all the area we plan on expanding into. We want to take over this entire map. That's the longer term goal. Whether we achieve that or not, it's not a matter altogether. But that's the long term goal, to take over the entire map. And I think that's when we'll end the series, hopefully, depending upon other factors, is when we own everything on the map. Right. Steep decline, it reckons. We go down through here. And again, I do remember this hill having some smaller equipment and trying to tow heavy loads up through here was a bit of a problem. Here we have our logging area. So we have the sawmill over there, small station over there for the railway, another station over there. Oh, that was my bad. There goes the train, and then this will bring us back into the to the township. Once you go past this hotel, there's the lake and the river. What was it? Goldcrest Northern Lodge or something. Another mill over in there and railway stop. And then come back over this crest here on the bridge. And we're effectively back in town. Alright. And that's the short summary tour of Goldcrest Valley. So, the remaker of the map has done a pretty good job, I think, from what I can recall of the original. So well done. There's the other mill. All right, I could go around and have a look at all the buildings. I'm not going to bother doing that. And there's the train coming through. But yeah, no, he's done a good job. All right, so that's it. Now it's time to get back to work. Fields in there. I did like working these little fields here too, but anyway, all right. So that's it. That's our little tour of Goldcrest Valley as we're paying out our wages. Head back up here to the farm, and we'll see how far he's done. How far he's done? I mean, how much he's done. All right. He's not doing too bad. He's, all things considered, he's only got a small plough. Alright, we can probably grab the seeder and start seeding after him now. And continue that on. That's probably not a bad idea. So that's what we'll start doing. We'll get some seed planted. No point waiting for him to finish the entire field because it's not a big seeder. It's not as if we're going to catch up to him very quickly either. So let's just get this up and running. Alright. Seeder attached. Now, what are we going to sow? Let me have a quick look and see what we've got growing at the moment. Soybeans is going to be our option of choice because that's generally worth the most money. We currently have some soybeans and some canola and some more soybeans down here. So let's have a look at the pricing. Here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be soybeans. Soybeans, better price. Yeah. Yep. All right, we're going to be exclusively a soybean farm at the moment. So that's what we're going to do. All right. We'll head on over here and we'll just get started. We're not going to do any header rows. We're just going to go up, do up and downs. And we should be fine doing that. Alright. Off we go. Put ourselves on cruise. Alright. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of Goldcrest Valley. That's about all we've got time for in this episode of our Goldcrest Valley experience, our starting from scratch series here on Duxzilla Gaming. So, in the meantime, don't forget to like the episode if you did like it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in relation to what we do on this series. Do you want to see some mods, but some smaller mods? Yeah, what would you like to see in this series? Let's hand it over to you. I've already told you what I plan on doing. It doesn't mean that has to be set in stone. If you, the viewer, wants to do something a little bit different, wants to see something a little bit different, then I'm more than happy to consider that. So let me know what you think. And the only way I'm going to know what you think is if you leave a comment down below. Alright, don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord and Facebook. I know I've been plugging our Twitch. We haven't been back on there yet. Our internet has been upgraded. It's a little bit unstable at the moment. We did our first YouTube live stream the other day, and we had some connection issues. It is getting better, but I don't want to actually start launching on there until it's actually nice and stable. But stay tuned, that could be happening anytime soon. In fact, it could even be happening today when I'm recording this video, but we'll have to wait and see. Apart from that though, let's enjoy our time that we have available to us with the family, friends, with your computer and your gaming, whatever else. But just make sure you're isolated. Just make sure you have someone to talk to as well, that you don't isolate yourself entirely. It's a very important time to be isolated, but also not be isolated. So make sure if you do live alone or whatever else, we have family members who live alone, just touch base with them, just make sure that they're okay. Have a chat with them on the phone, all that sort of thing. So yeah, keep yourselves happy and functioning on a good mental level. Alright, and if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when more videos are available on the channel. And of course, until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duxley Gaming and Goldcrest Valley Farm. See you later. Bye.